Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Jill with That Homeschool Life with Jill. In today's video, we are going to be talking about some of the best kept secrets about homeschooling. Stay tuned. All right guys, so today's video is a collaboration by my friend Rachel at 7 in All. Rachel is the mom of 2 young little boys, but she has a lot of experience homeschooling because she also is a second generation homeschooler and has siblings that are older, and she helps kind of homeschool them sometimes, and she is just full of wisdom when it comes to homeschooling. She also writes her own curriculum and everything. She is thebomb.com. All right, this collaboration is everybody putting their own spin on the topic best kept secrets of homeschooling. So what I wanted to talk about in this video is 5 ways that homeschooling can benefit the whole entire family, not just the kids, but the whole family. And that is what we're gonna talk about. So I'm just gonna jump right on into it. But don't forget to check the playlist down below when you're done with my video, and also check out Rachel's channel. All right, you guys, the first way that homeschooling benefits the family is that kids are best friends, okay? Siblings are best friends with each other is what I mean. I don't like to bash public school. I don't like to bash parents that send their kids to public school. I have friends who are teachers, family who are teachers, and friends and family whose kids are in school, obviously. And I'm not bashing it, and I really hope it doesn't come across that way. I really just am so passionate about homeschooling that sometimes when I talk about the benefits and the reasons we love it, it can kind of sound like I'm bashing the opposite choice, which I really am not. And so I hope that you guys know my heart and know that I'm not judging anybody that sends their kids to school or that chooses that path. I have noticed, just from my own personal experience and just, observing in general, when siblings go to school, they are split up. They're in their own classes with their own grade, and they make best friends, obviously. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but the thing is that they're gone all day, they're with their own friends, and then when they come home, they aren't as close. I mean, after a few years of going to school, they just are drifting apart, right? They don't have the same interests, they don't have anything in common because they're doing their own thing. And it's just a busy time when they're home from school, and they just don't have a lot of time to like bond and connect. Now, I'm not saying this is the case for every single family that goes to public school, but this is just what I have observed in general. Siblings tend to not stay as close. In homeschooling, they are together all the time, and obviously, yes, they fight. My kids fight, okay? But they are best friends. They are best friends. And I mean, best friends fight too. I used to fight all the time with my best friends. But I still loved them, and they were still my best friends. Well, that's how my kids are, and what I have observed about other friends' kids who are homeschooled. They are always together, they do life together, they know each other like the back of their hands. And something about that is just beautiful. I mean, I just see a special bond between each of my kids with each other, and I just absolutely adore that, and I cherish that, and I pray all the time that they will stay this close when they are grown-ups as well. All right, the second way that homeschooling benefits the family is that dad gets a lot more quality time with the kids. If your kids are in public school, they're in school all day, for one thing, while dad's at work. Most dads are at work all day. Even if the family is homeschooling, usually the dad is at home or is at work all day. So I'm speaking in general here. I know that obviously some situations are going to be different. Some dads might be home all day or work from home, but most dads are at work all day. And then the kids, when they get home from school, I mean, it is like homework, dinner, showers, getting ready for bed, like all the things crammed into an evening. And so when dad gets home from work, that's what's going on, is a lot of hectic stuff. And there's not a lot of time for dad to spend the quality time with them, to teach them, to, you know, just hang out with them. I really like it that when my husband gets home from work, my kids are done with school for the day and they can just hang out with their dad. There's literally nothing that they need to do to prepare for the next day. There is no homework. They don't have to, you know, be doing this, and that, and then all of a sudden it's almost time for bed. They need to get in the shower and get to bed. Yes, they still shower before they go to bed, but there's not all this stuff before that. So they get to really enjoy dinner. They can hang out while I'm making dinner and enjoy dinner time, and then hang out after dinner. My kids even help my husband make his lunch every single night, which I love that so much. My daughter chops all his vegetables, my son hard boils his eggs, and they're all in there in the kitchen together making his lunch for the next day. And I love that so much. All right, now the third way that homeschooling benefits the whole family, this one is about moms. And I know that some moms are morning people, okay, but I'm not. I am not a morning person. And if my kids were in school, I would be a stress case every single morning. Like, I like to wake up when I naturally wake up. That's just the way I am. And I also don't wake my kids up. I know that some people like to wake their kids up even when they are a homeschool family. The mom wakes up before the kids and she'll wake the kids up at a certain time so they can start on their day. I'm just different. I know that I'm not the norm with this, but I like to wake up naturally, and I like my kids to wake up naturally as well. And so that means we start our day whenever everybody is up. And I don't know, I just really like that. I get to have a nice slow morning. I don't have to worry about getting everybody dressed and finding everybody's matching shoe and all of the things that come with getting in the car at a certain time and getting somewhere at a certain time. All of that stresses me out. And I know what it's like because I used to take my stepson to school, not every day, but I used to take him to school once a week, and those days were such a nightmare for me. Like, I'm not even joking. I even had a panic attack one time and had to go to urgent care. I thought I was having a heart attack, and it was all related to me getting him to school and getting back home. And I had a toddler at the time that got car sick every time we took him to school. It was just such a hard time for me. And I know I'm not saying it's like that for everybody. Some people really enjoy getting up in the morning, getting their kids ready and out the door and dropping them off and then coming home to a nice quiet house. But for me, I love to wake up whenever I want, let my kids wake up whenever they wake up, and just kind of sit on the couch and relax and have nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. If I make any dentist appointments or appointments for anything, I always make them for the afternoon because I absolutely do not ever want to have to wake up and leave my house in the morning. All right, now the fourth way that homeschooling benefits the family. Now this one kind of goes with number two. I should have looked this over better and put them in a different order. But number 4 is less hectic evenings. And I kind of went over this when I talked about, you know, dad getting more quality time in the evenings with the kids. But it is still an awesome benefit to homeschooling, is just less hectic evenings. Like, there's no homework. There's no that last minute project that your kid didn't tell you about until it's due the next day. Like, I used to do that to my mom, okay? I used to know about a project for weeks, and then the night before, oh mom, oh my gosh, I have a project due tomorrow, and we'd be running to the store for the supplies, and that probably drove her nuts because my mom is very much a type A, a planner, and like you know, she does not procrastinate. So I'm sure that drove her crazy, and sorry mom if you're watching, but I love a slow paced life in general. I'm sure you can tell by this video because I love my slow mornings. I love slow evenings. I just look at the clock. Oh, I guess it's time to make dinner now. And I start dinner and the kids are playing usually. Sometimes they're having screen time when I am cooking dinner, and that's like if it's too hot to play outside, or if they've been outside all day and now they're like tired and they need to kind of wind down. Whatever the case is, they're usually occupied by the time I'm making dinner, and then we eat dinner and chill. We literally just chill in the evenings, and it is so nice because my husband likes to go to the workshop and work out, and the kids go with him and they exercise with him. See, these things could have been for number 2 about the dads. But anyway, that is the 4th reason, just no hectic evenings. All right, now the 5th reason, and this is probably the number 1 reason, this is probably the best, one of the best benefits about homeschooling, is that you and your spouse are your child's biggest influence. You are what they are around most of the time. Yes, they will have other influences here and there, but you are their main influence. They are going to look up to you the most because you are who they are around. They respect you. You're constant in their life. You never know who your kid is going to be influenced by when you send them to school. You could be the best parent in the world, and it can be undone by who they hang out with at school. And I don't like to bash public school. I don't like to bash parents that send their kids to public school. I have friends who are teachers, family who are teachers. That way, I'm probably gonna add a disclaimer to the beginning of this video. So I hope that you guys know my heart and know that I don't feel that way. I'm not judging anybody that sends their kids to school or that chooses that path. But God very clearly called me to homeschool, okay? He has called me to that, and I am trying my best to be faithful and obey that calling, as hard as it is. Because even though I'm giving you this list of benefits and the ways that it is beneficial for the whole family, it is still hard. Homeschooling is hard, and I am not downplaying that. And I know that I know that not everybody feels this way about it. And so I just want to be clear. I do not judge you if you don't choose this way. Even if you are on the fence and you're like, oh my gosh, I really want to homeschool, but I really just don't think I can do it. I am not judging you, okay? If it was the right thing for you to do, you're gonna realize that at some point and you're gonna do it. And if you never come to that realization, maybe it wasn't right for you. Maybe your kids were supposed to be in school for some reason, okay? Like, I went to school, my husband went to school, so obviously, you know, God puts everybody on their own path for a reason. But he gave us these kids, and we feel very strongly that we are supposed to homeschool them. And so I'm sure that that is what God's plan for my kids' life is at this moment. But anyway, yeah, I just love that my husband and I are our kids' biggest influences, and that they aren't coming home from school with new habits and new, you know, desires that don't line up with our beliefs or anything like that. So anyway, that I'm not going to go on and on about that because that is personal to each person, and it's kind of customizable to each person because you know what you want your kids to be influenced by, and no matter what that is, no matter what your kind of vision for your family is, you get to be that for them if you homeschool and if they're with you all day. But that is my fifth and probably one of my top reasons why I think homeschooling benefits our family. And I'm gonna stop there. Those were my 5 things. Anyway, I love you guys and thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you will subscribe if you have not yet. Give me that thumbs up because it really helps my channel when you guys give me a thumbs up, and comment down below. I love chatting with you guys down there in the comments. And don't forget to check out Rachel's channel and the playlist, because everybody that's going to be on this playlist is going to have a completely different spin on this video and this topic. Not even going to have the same topic as me, but it's just going to be their best kept secrets, whatever came to their mind when they heard that. And so yeah, anyway, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.